Hello and welcome back. I know I keep saying this is going to be a short one and it ends off being 45 minutes. I apologise, it just sometimes becomes force of habit. But anyways, today I am going to try and make it a quick one because as I said yesterday, I did a 45-minute video, had some unexpected vehicles coming in. That Toyota was quite nice. I know some of you might not like it, but I do, and I honestly do like that. The same as I like this other vehicle that's in the day. Quick walk around what's in. I'm going to keep it very basic, very simple. We've got loads in the day to get on with. So first up, what I've got in is this little Swift. It's actually it's pointless coming to us, but it has come in. This is in it was in the other day. It's in just to get the 4 tyres done. They were starting to crack and perish. I personally said they would have been fine for 6 months, but the customer says just get them all done, 4 tyres. We don't fit them. That's going away to Stake 4 tyres. Again, I'll mention it again. Stake 4 tyres, if you're in the local area, use them. Fantastic lads. They'll do all the tyres from the top premium brands to budgets, but their budgets are actually decent budgets. Not that I ever recommend budgets as such, but they're much better than the rubbish, the part ones and remolds and stuff you can get. Like their kind of cheapest stuff they get are actually okay, you know. And I've got this in. You've all seen this, the day van. I've left the keys in my pocket in the garage, but it's had the step welded on it, as you've seen. But the windows are open, as you can see. This has all been properly converted. Like properly DIY, but I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with how it's been converted. I think it looks absolutely spot on me. So yeah, this is in. It's had the welding done on the step. It's due to have I don't know what it is. I've actually forgot what's on the list. To do with it, I think the handbrake lever needs freed, rear drums, maybe front pads. I actually need to sit down. It's only just been dropped off this morning. We've got it for the rest of the week, so I need to sit down and order some bits in case we need them. So yeah, that's in. I was just looking here on the back lights. They've got the SAIC motor, however it's pronounced, S-A-I-C. Can you see that written in there? I never noticed that in the back lights before. So yeah, I've got this in to get on with. I've got a good gem for you in the garage. Typical vehicle of neglect. So I've got this one. I don't even know what's this, a Ford Cap Plus. This is just a new customer in for MOT. Hasn't really needed a great deal of work. Straightforward. Don't know if them are factory tinted windows or not. Yeah, they are factory tinted windows. Really dark. You always know if they're not factory tints if they've got the mark running round, which this hasn't. So yeah, it's a little Cap Plus MOT. Now these two are the issues we've got in here. Got this thing. Obviously it needs back discs and pads. You can see they're in quite a state. So back discs and pads. It's had tyres put on. Checked it over. Seems okay. Advisory on the front discs, but it's got the old DPF issue. The glow plug lights flashing, limp mode, engine light, DPF light, and as you can see, key way of telling any diesel with a DPF fault is the exhaust is black like that. So I'm really not sure with this one. This might have to go to a specialist. I'm going to have a look, check the pressure sensor readings on it, just generally see what codes. There'll probably be a million codes on it, which none of them will be relevant. So unfortunately, these are the jobs which leave you kind of stumped because you can only do so much with them. And of course, like I've mentioned, for a diesel, for an MOT, this is 2010, it's a 60 plate. If it was 2 years older, on an 08, an early 08, it would pass the MOT because the engine management light on a diesel is only testable after 08. So unfortunately, with 2 years, it's in. It's even worse. This guy's dad's car, he's got an 08 plate Passat, and that's an 08, and it's within a couple of months. I think even just 1 month of it's like a date. I think it's the 1st of March 2008. I'm sure he's a summer daft like the 1st of April. It's like 1 month within the. But they're the rules. They're the rules. We can't do anything about that. So yeah, I'll show you this one. This is a good one. Nissan Qashqai, discs and pads. Well, I'll show you the state of the wheels straight up. First signs you always know if you've got a pad going down the metal, is, apart from the noise obviously, is keep an eye on your wheel. And all this stuff, you'll notice your wheel will start going like a rusty colour. It does actually damage your wheel really badly, to the point they need redone. I'm not even going to touch that. But this side, obviously, as you can see, the pads are pretty low. There you see, getting low. But the other side's the best. We haven't stripped this down, by the way. This is all still attached. Is there something wrong there? Do you notice something? Anything seem a little bit off? Yeah, the pad's gone completely. It hasn't just... There's the other pad in the back there, you can see. There. This side has worn down that far, it's disappeared. It's either completely ground down to nothing, it's been down to the metal for that long, it's worn through a pad, which, you know, that much metal on a pad, or it's become that thin, it's somehow slid out of the caliper carrier. So there's something for you where people just aren't... That must have been making such a noise. And when the pad did slip out, or grind away to nothing, there must have been a dip in the brake pedal. It must have... The pedal must have went to the floor. I mean, I'm working this out here. Luckily with this one, the caliper hasn't been touching the disc, because what happens on some cars... In fact, these slides must be seized. They're seized, them. So this is going to be... See that they're seized? Mm-hmm. So the reason, luckily, because the slides are seized, it stopped the caliper from actually coming into contact with the disc, and it's actually stopped there. So
it was up against the disc driving. Pushed it back.
Oh, it's been pushed back, so it may have even damaged the caliper. We'll have to check that yet. And there's the one off the other side.
That's all that's left of it.
Oh, there you go. You see, what I think's happened with that is the lining slid off. It's gone down to the metal, and then obviously this little piece here, like it's either ground through all that solid metal, or it slipped through. But I'm just looking there. It would take some getting out of those. I think it might have just worn away to nothing, to be honest. So there.
That's how it was.
That's how it was. Obviously touching. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
They're seized.
So there. Good bit of advice. Keep an eye on your brakes. I mean, to be quite honest, that is neglect, because that would have... Sorry that video cut out there. I did actually have the full end piece recorded, and then I gathered I might as well add this bit in when the work's done, just to show you. So I've deleted it off, and I'm going to redo it now. So yeah, that's the Audi. Brake's done. The Qashqai brake's done. But what I wanted to note is, as well, with the Audi, it'll be in for a couple of days, so I'll show you the diagnostic work separately, because I really don't know what I'm going to find with the codes on this yet, but I need to get on and look at that. So, a few things I thought I would point out. Obviously, they're the drums inside of the discs on the Qashqai, because the handbrake running them, they've been adjusted up, as you can see with the old discs. If I can spin one over, it's a shoe within a disc. Unfortunately, with these, they've all gone down to the metal. They haven't done them, kind of made a mess of them, to be quite honest. It's a shame, because they're quite recent discs. But anyways, they're on. Caliper has to be done on that one. This one's all built up as well and ready to go. So my main point I want to show you is with these Qashqais as well. If you're buying these ones, these back arms here, they corrode very badly. That one and that one. And the problem with these is these arms cost an absolute fortune from Nissan. Even the cheap ones that they do cost a fortune. And you've got all these little multi-link arms which snap. There's ones up at the top there. You've got the handbrake cables, which are supposedly be a nightmare. And I think you're looking at well over £1,000 to change those two arms. So if it's the pre-facelift Qashqais that look like this, usually up to about a 12, 13 plate, avoid them. Especially at this age, they're starting to get very, very thin. We've coated this one quite a few times and they still start to rot. But it's a massive job. I think they're nearly £400 or £500 a piece. Last time I checked with Nissan, then there's a huge amount of labour involved. So walk away from most of these Qashqais, especially the older ones. I mean, you can see the level of corrosion on these is... I mean, this one is solid, but it's not the best. And funnily enough, I want to show you on the Audi. That's the brakes done on this. Built up, this caliper was a nightmare. It was tight. We've managed to save it, but I've got a feeling in the near future that might have to come in for a replacement. So that's been done. Also, as well as that one. And again, these things, this is an A3, it's based on a Golf, but all of the VAG range of this era have the same back end on them, more or less, whether it's a Seat, whether it's a Golf, whether it's a Leon, whatever, you know, all of them, even up to the bigger stuff, the Passats, all the big stuff as well. These arms on these V-dubs are absolute junk. So every time they come in, I always coat them as you can see, all round, top and bottom, with some kind of corrosion protection. That's just black wax oil I put on them and some grease. Just keeps them right, because what happens with these is the spring bursts down through the bottom. These don't cost anywhere near as much as the Nissan ones, and they're nowhere near as hard to change. It's just simply a bolt at the front, bolt at the back. But all this car's in for is MOT. Obviously the brakes have been done. I'm going to have to look at this DPF issue on it. But these are little things I do as part of my servicing. That's not finished, because I am going to coat the arms on that as well. But for now, this one, the wheels are just about to go on. So just to show you the little bit of extra effort we go to here, just to keep the cars right. We'll basically just add a few quid on the bill as under sundries, you know, because I'll be checking the screen wash, probably a little top up of oil, that wax oil. I don't even charge for putting it on. It's just down as sundries. It's just all the little extras, you know, like the piece of the grease you use and stuff like that. So yeah, I just thought I would add that bit in before the end. I mean, I've actually wiped the end off, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'll get back to you tomorrow about the Audi to see what we find with this DPF issue. It's a shame, because like I was mentioning, if it was a couple of years old, that wouldn't even be in the test, this engine light being on, but unfortunately it is. So I'm going to leave this one here. I'm going to try and keep it relatively short. That was something I was going to mention, because that stuff I had mentioned on the last bit, which I've had to delete off the end of the video to make all this like kind of seemingly be all in one. But I'll leave it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video yesterday. I don't know if I'm repeating myself here from what I've said at the beginning. Was a bit longer than what I normally do, but that's why today's is a bit shorter. I may end off missing tomorrow, etc, etc. So please, if you like these videos, hit the like. All the likes help. Leave a comment, and if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next vlog. I have to say next vlog because I don't know if I'll get time tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.